It is 8:16 in the evening on December 16th, 2022. And it is time for this week's edition of the Very Orange live stream. I am your co-host, the erstwhile super genius Wiley, along with my co-host and sidekick.
Young Brendan, and welcome.
And
First and
we're here to
foremost,
talk about all things balls and Christmassy balls, as it were.
we want to say swing your sword, Mike Leach, wherever you're at. Uh,
So
Rest in peace, brother.
yeah, it was a rough week for college football. We lost one of our most highly visible and most memorable characters. He definitely. I mean, we talked a lot of shit about the man, admittedly. And so, but in the end, he left us much too early,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
world is going to be a lot less interesting without him.
And like a lot of people, like the saying goes, even if somebody's talking bad about you, they're still talking about you.
Exactly.
Um,
At least you're taking up headspace in the brain.
there you
Taking
go.
up space in the brain. They're wasting energy on you.
So with that, we can still talk about Mike Leach, but let's switch over to some holiday action.
Uh
There we go.
it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Yes.
Christmas.
Yes, exactly. So let's talk about a couple good things involved. These shows are going to be appreciably shorter, probably because we don't really have games to talk about, but some good football today. UAB won the Bahamas Bowl literally by 2 yards, and UTSA. I haven't seen so much stuff given up at in a 30-minute span since the last prom I attended as a teenager. I mean, they
It
just
was
could
a
not. Yeah, it's. I mean, they could not hold on to the ball. It was amazing. It was.
strange world
It's
we
like
entered into.
watching a train wreck. And I picked UTSA. Damn it, I was mad. I thought they were going to win that.
I took the
Um,
Dragons. Uh,
to the Blazers. Yeah,
or
I took UAB to win that one too. Yeah. So it was a great week involves country. Nico has arrived.
yeah, I
He
was
is
about to say,
here.
you know who's been
Ocho.
on campus.
Ocho. We're gonna start calling him Ocho because that's his jersey number. He's going to be number 8.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious that the big headline was he's on campus. What number do you think he's going to pick? Meanwhile, this whole time since he's committed to us, he's wearing these things that say number eight,
Number
number
8.
eight,
Yeah.
number eight, number eight.
Yeah.
Is he
So
going to be number eight?
it's gonna be number 8. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, but the big shock of the week is when Smyrna High School star linebacker Arian Carter seemingly flipped his commitment from Alabama to the Big Orange. Welcome, kid, and he will be here. He will be here within the next few weeks. He will be here before the start of the spring semester. Um, Now I
so tell me
tell
your piece of Aaron Carter news,
okay.
and then I've
I
got
heard
another little
I do not know. Okay,
tidbit.
first of all, take this as for what it's worth. I do not know if this is true, but if it's true, this kid is already a fucking legend.
Huge grain of salt here, people.
Yes.
All right.
So supposedly, um, and he committed what, Tuesday or Wednesday?
Think it was Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay. So
Think.
supposedly, guess who showed up at Smyrna High School before the commitment ceremony and was told by Arian Carter not to come in the building?
Well, I'm gonna
It,
say Nick Saban.
it wasn't the head man, but it wasn't him, but it was close enough. Pete Golding showed up in Smyrna, Tennessee at Smyrna High School before Arian Carter's commitment ceremony trying to talk to him, and Arian told his ass to stay out of the building. I
Yeah,
hope that's true. I hope that for all decent holy. That'd be a great
You're a
Christmas
bloody
present, man.
legend for that.
I know,
I
man.
mean,
For that,
when
that's like the brightest orange shade ever.
oh, that is delightful
Oof,
news.
yes,
It
and I
almost pales in
loved it.
comparison. I
I
don't know if you've
loved it.
heard. It's not even a rumor though,
Yeah,
because I saw it posted on Twitter by the man himself, little blue check
yeah,
mark by his name,
yeah.
Bryce Young, getting offered from Tennessee for next season. Could you imagine the bricks being just shat all over the place
I know, but
if
then,
he
of
became
course,
involved?
then they had to actually go read the article to find out that this particular Bryce Young is a edge defender from Charlotte, North Carolina. So I saw that and I put it in the Field of Streams Facebook chat just to see what to jump on it. And somebody ruined the fucking joke within 30 seconds. Thanks, Bacon Bits. I appreciate it. Damn it. I can't have any fun around you freaking people.
There was Bryce Young news.
Yeah.
He's going to play in
To
the.
their credit, Bryce Young and Will Anderson are both going to be playing in the Sugar Bowl, and that's good. That'll make it a lot more interesting to see what K State can do about that.
Yeah,
It'll make it all the more heinous if they end up losing.
yeah.
I was really pleased to see that Darnell Wright has declared for the NFL draft, but he is going to play.
But while we're talking about some guys, let me share.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, by the way, rocking the let me fix my camera. Rocking the Christmas vacation ugly sweater.
that is a beautiful sweater shirt.
It
That's
is,
difficult
man.
to say.
Sweater.
So right here, this is a lot too, but here are the commits thus far
Mm-hmm.
um, who've taken a visit to Rocky Top.
Yep.
Um, I'm really excited about that first one, that 4-star JUCO
Yeah,
offensive lineman.
this is Larry Johnson the third, the big 6'6", 350 Haas that we got from
You know what I hope?
he's from Hudson, Kansas. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um
hope he gets the name Grandmama like the
Grandmama.
old Larry Johnson. That would be, if I were a coach on that Vols team, that would be my number one goal is you are going to be the new Grandmama, and that
Mm-hmm.
will be your nickname.
Yeah,
Hashtag
that sounds like an
Grandmama.
opportunity right there. I have to admit that sounds like a really good opportunity. But yeah,
Um,
I mean, everybody's talking, well, y'all gonna lose, you go take stay back. I don't, I honestly think we're reloading.
yeah,
I mean, are we going to have the same magic that we had last year? I can't answer that question. I would like to think we would, but I think a lot of pieces are being put together. I mean, look, losing goalish hurts. I'm not gonna lie.
oh yeah.
Um, but
Have you heard any news from our friend or otherwise
I have not.
who
I
might
haven't.
be?
I have not talked to him lately. I need to. Hopefully, he'll join us tonight if we're not on too late for him. He usually is about to go to bed by now. He keeps, excuse me, very strange hours. I need to take a sip of my beverage here. Thank you
Also,
very much.
I think until we get a guy, the guy, that 3-star running back, Khalifa Keith,
Yeah.
I was happy about that news.
Well, I mean,
Kid
we
looks
definitely need
good.
depth. Definitely going to need depth in the backfield. I mean, right now we only have the two. We've got Samson and we got Wright. So this will obviously build that. I mean, Laneith. I hope Laneith stays. I hope Laneith ends up staying because I think it's a
Yeah.
very important backfield depth. We can't because whether or not people know it, um, we actually had in terms of scoring production, we had the most prolific running attack in the country. Uno number 39 touchdowns. We led the nation in rushing touchdowns this year. So, I think that's a stat people need to look at.
Yeah.
And I mean, and honestly, I wasn't really paying attention to it all that much. Um,
Well, and I mean, but you can't have the most prolific offense in the red zone
no,
without a
without
running
being
game.
able to run the damn ball.
Yeah,
No, I mean, I mean, I admit I'm a 3 yards and a cloud of dust guy. I love the wishbone. I love the triple option. I love the single wing. I love the wing T. I love all of it. I mean, I was a lineman. Okay, I mean, you can tell. So look at me. I'm all this extra junk I got on me, even though I'm skinnier. Um, and offensive linemen in general like to run the ball because that means
oh
because
yeah,
they get to go out there and murder a
get
lot of
to do
somebody.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you get
Speaking of
tired,
linemen,
you get tired of trying to hold up against a pass rush every single play. Forward motion is good. It's why defenses tend to fold under running offenses much faster because it's easier to go
so is
forward.
that guy? This is the only like list I've seen. I've seen the last name Carrick. Is his name actually on Andrage?
I would say it's Andre. Usually, Andre Karic. Um, usually, my guess would be is he's probably a Central Texas boy. I don't know that for sure. I
Yeah.
don't know that much about him,
Yeah.
but there's a pretty um, significant
So
Central and Eastern
see,
European presence in tech in that part
oh yeah,
especially around Austin. Between Austin and San Antonio, New Braunfels, that area, there's a really big, like Czech. There's
yeah.
really big Czech population. Yeah,
Well, hey, Southern fried steak ain't nothing but
schnitzel, not schnitzel. Well, Wiener
Wiener
schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Um, so the bottom two guys there, as you can see, are offensive lineman transfers, and
Yep.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah, we need offensive linemen. We've got two tight ends. You got the kid from Cal Davis coming in, who I think is going to be pretty promising. And then
Yeah.
we've got one who's committed to us in this class. So we definitely need help there. Wide receiver, I think we're going to be fine. We're going to keep as long as we keep throwing the ball and spreading defenses spreading their offense out, spreading defenses all over the field as much as we're doing. I think we're going to be fine there. Um, so, and Brandon has left me. You bastard! Where did you go? Um, Anywho, so let's talk. So it's been a good recruiting week. Can't complain much about that. Nico's on campus. Arian Carter has arrived, and he's back.
Yeah. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah,
No,
little technical difficulty.
happened, but
Yeah.
yeah, fun stuff.
So, um, hopefully there are 7 bowl games tomorrow. That's probably too many for us to want to cover. The big one for us is probably it's Oregon State and Florida,
Yeah.
which is what the Rely Quest Bowl or something like that. I can't remember.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's hard.
So
It
yeah,
is really
Oregon
difficult
State.
to
Oregon
keep up
State's
with
looking
all
for that.
these.
Oregon State's going to be looking for a 10th win against an SEC team. Florida is playing.
For pride.
Yeah, they're playing for pride at this point. I picked Oregon State because I honestly don't know how Florida's going to score.
I cannot remember who I picked for
So
that.
I mean, um,
If Mitch wanted to chime in right now, he could inform me.
Papa Gator. I'm sorry.
I don't think I picked a Pac-12 or Pac-10 team to
Yeah.
beat SEC. I don't know though.
Hold on one second.
Let's
Sorry.
see. We'll see if the Fighting Napiers can handle some beaver. All right. So talked about Nico. There's not a whole lot to say about him. He's making himself at home. He's getting used to some things.
Yeah. Getting used to some Tennessee cooking. They'll probably take him to guesses if they hadn't already taken him to guesses. Take him to guesses. Good Time Deli. Take him to Old City. Run him around Old City. Take him to Barley's or. Um,
Did you see where he stepped on the tee?
oh, did he have to do push-ups?
Mm-hmm. He stepped on the tee.
Yeah.
Had to do push-ups immediately, but he didn't make a big
Well,
deal.
hey,
About it.
let me tell you something. In all organizational structures, if there is discipline consistent, it must be applied consistently, and that's a good thing. I happen to appreciate that. They're not letting anybody have any passes. So
Right.
yeah. It's like you can't do that on TV. You say slime. Right.
That was such a good show back in the day.
That one needs to come back.
Yeah, if they're gonna, they make all these crappy. I liked it. You can't do that on television.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to a little ball of the basket. Little ball of the basket. There's not much to say about what happened at Maryland except the fact that we just got out alive. Or good defense plus the fact that Maryland went 2 for 28 from three-point range pretty much describes.
They pulled a Tennessee from last year on us.
We win by 2 points. It was not pretty. We are definitely going into a hostile environment in Arizona. Arizona definitely has some big men that can score. Their two biggest, Azuolas Tubelis and Umar Ballo, are their two big scorers. Tubelis is their four. He's a rangy kind of slashing forward, and Ballo is their big man, 7-footer on the inside. Tubelis is averaging a little over 20 a game, and Ballo's averaging 18 a game. So I think both Kamwa and Plasvich are going to have their hands full this time. I don't think Arizona has faced a defense like us yet, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. They are scoring more points than we are. They're averaging more points. I mean, their leading score is 20, and then the second guy's got 18. Everybody else is at least, all the other three stars are at least 10 points a game, which all of our starters are at least 11 points a game or more. With Meshack and Triple G coming off the bench, so I'm hoping that Vescovi's got to have a better shooting night.
Yeah,
because he looked off.
The
shoulder is still an issue. It's gonna bother him. That's not something that heals quickly.
Well, yeah, I think for the foreseeable future, the next few weeks, he's going to be that defensive role.
Yeah,
and getting the ball out to other guys more so.
And I honestly would. For this game, I would not be surprised to see maybe. I think your starting five are going to be Phillips, Vescovy, James, Kamwa, and Plasich. Just so you've got your two bigs in there. You got your best defenders. I mean, James and Vescovy are other starters are your two best defenders. I mean, that's what James has done. James, they shut down defender. And if we just got to be in there, we got to bang, we got to rebound the ball because they're going to be ready for us. They're not, um, you know,
Yeah.
they can see us coming, and hopefully, I
So
mean,
you
I'm
like
sure
the,
they watched tape of the Colorado game.
yeah.
Um,
So did you say Ziegler as a starter?
no,
Or you like him coming off the
I like
bench?
I I like Zakai coming off the bench. I said Phillips, Vescovy, um, Kamwa, James, and Euros,
Okay.
and then Ziegler.
Because I think he's
Ziegler and I
better.
and Ziegler and Adu off the bench first.
Yeah.
I mean, Mayshak will get his reps. He's earned his time on the floor, but
I
he's
think Ziegler's a six man for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Uh,
I think your first two off the bench are Ziegler and Adu. Um, Plastic just got to be ready to roll because I think. I mean, you've got Umar, you've got Bilo who's getting 18 a game, 18 and 9 a game is what he's averaging. And so we definitely got to hit the boards. There's a definite drop off. They're too big to get a lot of rebounds. They're averaging,
yeah.
between the two of them 18 rebounds a game. So, but like I said, they haven't. I don't think they've played anybody defensively that is as strong as we are. So we're definitely going to find out. Um,
Yeah.
Beyond Arizona, we got Austin P coming in on Wednesday, and then on the 28th, that next Wednesday, we have our first conference game uh, down in Oxford at Ole Miss.
I was about to say, I think the our first conference game is right before New Year's.
Yeah, it's the 20. It's the 28th. So our first home um, our first home conference game is the January the 3rd against Mississippi State. So we'll be the red letter date, the one that's marked in huge glowing neon letters, is Kentucky comes to town January 14th, and we will definitely be speaking about that.
That was my next question to you. You think we can stay perfect at home this year?
I think it's a definite possibility. Um, I think we have as good a chance this year as we had last year. So we'll just have to we'll just have to see. I mean, things have to bounce right. We got to hit our shots. We got to continue to play defense. I mean, I could see us taking the conference. I mean, Bama is obviously better. Um,
Yeah.
they're improving. They're plugging in, so they're surging. It just remains to be seen if they're a collection of players as opposed to a cohesive team. I mean, we're not going to see them until February. They come to town February 15th. That's a Wednesday night game that's not on TV yet, but I have a feeling if they're
Oh yeah.
I have a feeling if we keep winning and they keep winning, they'll um,
It'll find a way
yeah,
somehow
yeah.
to make it on.
And then the
So
28th on the 28th you've got the SEC Big 12 Challenge. Texas is coming to town. Um, so it's going to be interesting. I mean, our tough road matchups we got LSU on the 21st. We got Vanderbilt on. We get well. I says Vanderbilt. We got Kentucky on February 18th. A&M on the 21st of February. Maybe we can get Shelby to cover that one for us. And then we close out regular season with our only game against the Tigers at Auburn. Which I have a feeling all these games are going to be televised at some point.
yeah,
If
yeah.
we keep
Well,
winning.
that was my next.
If we
I thought we only played Auburn once, and thought it was kind of near the end of things there.
Yeah.
That one's definitely circled, and I don't see how.
Yeah,
They won't.
that'll be an important one to have going into tournament time. So we'll just have to see what happens. Um, I have invited. I want to thank the guys at the West End Ballcast for allowing us into their group. I invited them to come join us in the show, so hopefully they'll do that. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I want to thank them. I want to thank them for letting us become part of their community. It's always appreciated to spread the word
Oh,
and
absolutely.
yeah, be a part of that. Honestly, I mean, we're gone about 30 minutes. I really don't have anything else for this evening other than we will probably see y'all again next week. I'm not gonna commit to that because I'm gonna be traveling, and with weather with weather rapidly declining in quality.
I hope that storm misses us.
I do. I'm going to North Carolina. It ain't gonna miss us.
Oh,
I'm afraid of.
yeah, I've
I'm
got to
going.
get to Atlanta on Christmas Eve.
I'm going to the. I'm going to the mom-in-laws next week, which
Uh,
I do love. I do love going to my mother-in-law. She is a fabulous human being. Um, yeah, but they're calling for snow for us. We will probably have some snow on the ground here at home. It's just going to be very, very, very cold, and we'll probably have some snow on the ground in North Carolina.
yeah.
We'll just have to see.
Well,
They're talking about an inch.
barring Mikey coming on here uh, to talk
Tater,
about
Tater,
the
you better
Orange Bowl,
show up, son.
barring
I'm
him
telling you
doing
right
that,
now.
I'm fine with, you know, doing a recap of the Orange Bowl. Uh, unless y'all want to
Well, we're still kind of holding out
talk,
for a Festivus miracle that we'll actually get
we
tickets.
are.
It's. I mean, I know there are some for sale that aren't horribly out of reach, but you know, buying the tickets and getting down there, I really don't want to sleep in my car. Yeah,
Yeah,
so there's that.
it's not even the tickets as much as it is
The
where to
travel,
stay down there
the
for
gas, the food, the travel. Yeah, so yeah, it's just one of those
um,
things.
well, guys out there in Vol Nation, we appreciate you. Hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Like, subscribe, drink your Milos. The
The
man
man
of
of
the
the
South.
South,
Eat your Dots pretzels.
eat your dots.
And stay tuned. Stay tuned for some announcements coming on in the new year. There may be some streaming changes in how in our format and things like that. Nothing major. We're still going to try to deliver to you the same amateurish mediocre content that we always strive to put out on the web. Um, but anyway, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever Saturnalia, whatever you celebrate. Uh, do it. Hug your family. Have a good one. Go Balls.
We'll see you. Go Vols.